So Canelo Alvarez was asked the $1 million question by Brian Custer, which is, why is it Edgar Berlanga instead of David Benavidez or Terence Bud Crawford? Heck, you can even throw David Morrell in the mix. Here is exactly what Canelo Alvarez had to say in response to Brian Custer's question. Check it out.
I'll ask you the question I'm sure you're going to get from the press, so we might as well get it out of the way now. Tell everybody why Edgar Berlanga and not David Benavidez or Terence Crawford.
I think this fight is a good fight for the people, no? Mexico versus Puerto Rico, always a great fight, and I think it's a good fight for the people.
Edgar?
Notice Canelo didn't say anything about who Edgar Berlanga beat, or better yet, just fought, period. Notice Canelo didn't mention any champion Edgar Berlanga beat, since he beat none. Truth be told, Edgar Berlanga already lost to 2 contenders he fought. That's why Top Rank ended up dropping him. However, he was given a gifted decision. And I'm not trying to hear Eddie Hearn sell false product to the world talking about Canelo wants a war. That's why he's fighting Edgar Berlanga, since he knows Edgar is going to bring it. Bring what? Last time I checked, Edgar Berlanga be fighting on his back foot and he still be losing, just like he lost to Angulo, while backing up the whole fight without throwing punches. Remember, that's the fight that made Top Rank drop Edgar Berlanga. They saw no future in Edgar Berlanga due to that. So, what's the reason for Canelo to be fighting Edgar Berlanga, other than this is being the ultimate cherry pick? I think at this point, even Edgar Berlanga knows he's gonna get knocked out by Canelo. You know this is such a historical cherry pick. When Canelo, during the press conference, I'm talking about on stage, the first question he's being asked is why he's not fighting David Benavidez or Crawford, the guy he asked for $200 million to fight. Then followed up by saying, I will never fight him. Why? Because Canelo feels that's too much of a tough fight. Canelo is only interested in easy fights, aka cherry picks that he already know the results for, since Canelo doesn't believe he's the best fighter in his own division, let alone the world. With the opinions out of the door and the facts laid out on the table, go ahead and drop in the comment section below, especially the Canelo fans. We want to know, who did Edgar Berlanga beat to deserve a Canelo fight? The same questions you guys was asking about Benavidez, even though, unlike Edgar Berlanga, Benavidez beat named fighters like Andre, Caleb Plant on pay-per-view, which means Benavidez is a bigger star. In addition to that, Benavidez has a better resume, beat better opponents. He's a former world champion. He beat Darrell to become a champion, the youngest champion in history at 168, unlike Edgar, who never been a champion. So, what did Edgar Berlanga do to get the Canelo fight over Benavidez, who has been Canelo mandatory for the past 3 years? That's a rhetorical question. Subscribe below and to be continued on the next episode of Akhi TV. Peace out. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
And let me ask you something, man. What do you think about Canelo? Canelo turns down $55 million guaranteed plus 100% pay-per-view buy to fight Benavidez, man. What's your thoughts on that?
He's scared there. No ball. Come on, dog. Look. He's ridiculous. He shouldn't. If you want to fight, I'll fight.
Right.
God.
And then Canelo asked for $200 million. He said, okay, if I'm going to fight, I need $200 million.
He ain't count, he will need $200 million for his doctor bill.
Who wins the Benavidez fight, Canelo?
Benavidez about 3-4 rounds.
3-4 rounds? Who would you say, who do you believe today is the pound for pound number one?
Terence strong. Hands down.
Hands down.
Terence strong. I'm a dog.
Right.
I've run for 30 years, so you know, it is what it is.
If Crawford moves up 3 divisions to fight Canelo,
He's gonna stop Canelo too. No.
think he'll stop Canelo?
No, I'm hungry.
Okay.
James, you like David Benavidez a lot. How do you think he would have hung in your era?
Hey, put it this way. None of these fighters today could hang in my era. None. So don't do anything with it.
Okay.
My era, and this era, my era is the good era. This is the pussy era.
How about Canelo?
This is the pussy era. True story. Yeah.
What do you think it's taking so long for Benavidez and Canelo to get in the ring together?
For Canelo to get some balls. Tell Canelo to get some hungry. I sent him some.
You mentioned that your era obviously is leaps and bounds better than his current era. What's the biggest difference that you see from your era of boxing to now?
What?
What's the biggest difference you see in boxing right now from when
Ain't nobody fighting nobody. Everybody's scared to fight. We fought. Man, Roger, fought Chavez, fought Rosario, fought all of them. I fought Roy Jones. I had to fight, but I fought anyway. I fought McCallum, everybody. Anybody who wanted it, they did it.
Are there any fights that could potentially happen that you would like to see?
They don't happen.
Do you think
I want Canelo and
Benavidez.
But it ain't gonna happen. Because the ball is too small.
if you was in your prime today, do you think a lot of these fighters be ducking you?
Huh?
If you was in your prime today, do you think a lot of these fighters be ducking you
They
today?
wouldn't even see me. If they see James soon, they'll be like they did back in the day.
To piggyback off the offer, were you ever offered anything from Benavidez camp?
Nothing. And who is he for offering me the money?
Right.
Who is he?
It was said that it was 55
Yeah, but
million.
who is he to offer me? And if he offered the amount he say, that amount I can make with anybody. So that's nothing.
You don't think that's the one of the biggest fights that can be made?
I don't. Maybe. Who knows? But he brings nothing to the table for me. He brings just 25 pounds more in the night, the fight on the night. That's it. But if some promoter, not him, because he's nothing to offer me anything.
Canelo, ¿cómo te sientes? Sorry.
He's nothing to offer me money. I'm the one. So, but if one promoter who I work to, they come and say, I offer to you 150 to 200 million, I fight tomorrow.
Canelo,
That's the only reason I fight with him, because the only thing he brings to the table is 25 more pounds.
Canelo, I think this is a great fight that the Mexican fans are going to enjoy, but is there any pressure to make the fight? We're speaking about Benavidez because you got people like Mike Tyson and even
pressure.
Ryan Garcia. They said Ryan Garcia said if he was you, he would already fought Benavidez. Mike Tyson said you need to fight him. Is there any pressure?
I don't need to fight anybody. I don't need to prove anybody anything, because I remember when this happened with Golovkin, and then it happened with this. So I don't need to prove anything with anybody. So this fight with Jaime Munguia, you need to respect it, because this fight is more important than other fights. So it is what it is. And you remember when you guys asking me for Golovkin, and I fought with Golovkin, and then Callum Smith, and then Billy Joe Saunders, and then Caleb Plant, and then so never is enough for you guys. But I don't need to prove anything to anybody anymore. I've been done everything in my career.
Do you respect your opinion, like Mike Tyson said his name? Do you respect his opinion, or how do you feel about like Mike Tyson?
I respect his opinion if he was sober.
Canelo.